Craft. Hey Magdalene, come to help me solve some winter provisions? Sorry, I don't have the time. I'm going to the salt mines today. Oh? What for? To learn more of the pagan history of Tassing. I see, for the mural. Is that dangerous? Could be, but I'll be fine. Alright, I'll take your word for it. I've learned my lesson. I'm still reeling from the last time we got into a squabble about you working on the mural. It made me think though, I wish I had more artistic talent, or that I knew more about history or something. Well, why not practice and learn? I don't think I have the natural aptitude for it. Grandma taught me all manners of things about plants and even about mixing colors. But doesn't feel right. Maybe I'm just borrowing the aspiration. Not where my heart really is at. But what does the heart really actually want? I'm not sure. After all these years, I still feel like I have to make up for my father, or Jobs, or whatever his name was, for his lies. I suppose I know how to look after and heal animals, and people too a bit, again, because of Grandma. Agnes has taught you some useful skills. Where do those lead you? I don't know. Would it be possible for me to go to the university as Werner did? You want to become a doctor? Well, Dr. Stoltz has been suggesting the idea. He's offered to sponsor me if I wanted to go. Life's precarious. Maybe this way I could be of some use. It wouldn't be easy if it's even possible, but why not? I knew of all people you would understand. You found a way to bend the rules with the murals, so there have to be a ways to change things, right? Change is what we need, no matter how difficult it will be. Yeah, I don't see much of a future for us otherwise. We continue to struggle. We are still taxed heavily by the new Lord. What, mind your language, then and now? What do you mean people are dying? As an educated man, I should support my family for better, but if I fail, life would be hard for us. Dr. Stoll thinks I could do it, but it's easier to stay in Tassing. At least then I would know I could take care of Mom. You should take Dr. Stoltz up on his offer. Oh, come on, guys. How is it? Oh, shame my family wastes Dr. Stoltz's money and fall into debt I can never pay. God damn it. I want to provide for my family, but I can do here in Tassing too. Know how to make a living as a farmer. Besides, Grandma can teach me the remedies she knows. I know it's not the same, but it's something, you know. Anyway, I have meats to salt cure. Winter draws near. Good luck, Craft. To you, Magdalene. God bless. That's such a bullshit, though, man. That one. Yeah. Magdalene, how are you keeping? I'm eager to continue work on the mural. I have so much to do before Christmas. It certainly will be the pride of casting when you're through. You've always had your mother's talent for art. And how is your dad? You're one of the only people who have asked how I'm doing before asking about my dad. I know how it is to be the sole caregiver. Yourself disappears behind the needs of the person you're looking after. I worry about you carrying that weight alone. Caring for someone can be an arduous task, even if you love them. It's alright if it's you find it challenging. The Lord sees your labors for your dad and admires them. But I believe God will pull your dad through, whatever the doctor says. We need him. God willing, you're right. I am at his mercy. God willing, amen. Have you thought about what you would do if your dad doesn't come through to this? I would have to get married. You remember what happened to Attila? That poor woman. You're a good girl, Magda. There are any number of families in Tassing who would be happy to take you. You have someone in mind, don't you? I promise you, I do not. Such a modest girl. Your dad raised you right. I mean, Ötz, of course. He was as subtle as his father. God rest Otto's soul. I miss him. I wish I had got to meet him properly, I mean. He made an impression, that's for certain. Oh, the girls around town know better than to moon after him. So that didn't stop some of us. He was Eva's from the start. It appears to be yours. Like nothing ever comes of that. Know that you're always welcome in my family, Michael. Perhaps I'm a nice, hard-working boy. He's got a sharp mind. He can provide for a family. Trying to set me up with your son? Can you blame a mother for trying? You're a good, respectable girl, Magda. Any family would be lucky to have as a daughter. Yes, I'll consider it. Thank you, sweet girl. Not every marriage starts off on solid footing, but if you pray and work and trust in the Lord, you can find it in time. Believe me. Not working out, how can you be sure a couple belongs together? God knows, he brings people together for a purpose. You don't need to understand it, only to have faith in Providence. In any case, I should get back to the shores. Remember what I said, whatever happens, you're always welcome in my home. Oh, before I forget, I actually had a question about an old book. Martin is supposed to have stolen it from that baron who was killed years ago. Do you know what happened to it? Oh. I hope this doesn't get me into any trouble, but I still have it hidden in a drawer. Martin left it behind when he ran off. He went to all that trouble to take it but didn't bring it along? Martin was a thief, but he wasn't stupid. I'm sure he realized no one would believe he would come by the book honestly, so he couldn't sell it. Or did you keep it? I was supposed to do it. The baron was killed. The baron was killed soon after, and there I was holding his stolen book. Didn't want Martin to get in any more trouble than he was already in. Never read it though. I don't read well. Can I have it? I don't know. I need to reference it for the mural. I want everyone to wonder where you got the ideas. I've been talking to people all over town. They will think I get the ideas from them. Oh, alright. I would like to have nothing more to do with it, to be frank. It reminds me of difficult times. Stolen book of a dead nobleman in our home. Perhaps it spoiled our milk and turned our eggs all these years. Here you are. Please, don't tell anyone I had this. Ah, Historia Tertiae. Always in Latin. I can understand a few words and phrases. I'll take a closer look in the evening. Thank you, Brigitta. You've been a big help. Oh, of course, Magda. Be well and God bless. You too, Brigitta. Until later. Hey. Oh, so we got that one. Get Thomas in here. Mary, Mother of Jesus. Her painting has been here as long as I can remember. Oh, God bless you, Magdalene. And you, Father Thomas. You look troubled. What's the matter? I seem to have lost the key to the tabernacle. Without it, we would have to go without the Eucharist on Sunday. I'm sure I could find a way to get the tabernacle open. The lock shouldn't be that complex. Absolutely not. I won't have you picking your way into the tabernacle. Even for a righteous purpose, I don't like the prospects of it. Why on earth do you know how to pick locks, Magdalene? Baltas taught me. Sometimes the mechanism in his inventions gets stuck. I have to fix them. I suppose that makes sense. Use that talent wisely, Mr. Druckerin. Regardless, I won't have you forcing your way into the tabernacle. I'll find the key eventually. I won't leave Tassing's sanctification at risk. I keep an eye out for it, Father. Thank you, Magdalene. Please, let me know if you have any ideas as to where it might be. God bless you. Yeah, we still need to find a little kid. Oh. I wonder if Sister Amelia has seen the tabernacle key anywhere. I should talk with her. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Sister Emily. What brings you to the church this time of day? Lighting another votive candle for your father? I was hoping to speak with you, sister. Have you seen Father Thomas' tabernacle key anywhere? He's misplaced it. I'm afraid I have not. Everything in the church has been as it should be. Though I did hear the two Girton children come in last evening. I did not rise, but I heard their whispering for a moment. They left as suddenly as they came. Why didn't you say anything? I didn't think anything of it. Many people come in the church through the week. This is a sacred space and the people of Tassing respect it as such. They respect my privacy in this place and I respect theirs. You surely overheard something, even if on accident. I have. on occasion, but not during the recent visit. The twins' intentions last night may have been good. If not, however, it could be Christian to remind them that theft is against the Lord's commandments. You're right, I ought to mention that the next time I see them as a sister in Christ. Upload your spirit of service, Magdalene. As Paul wrote, whoever loves God, for him all things will come together to good. Thank you, sister. God bless you. God bless you, Magdalene. Let's see. Checking about that little girl. This one over here. Okay. Probably the mill next, and then we go into the forest. Oh, hello, Hans. I hope your dad recovers quickly. He's a good man. We already had this. I still think I should prepare myself for the worst. Thank you. Tell me you said that. You already gone through this. How are you doing? Well, I was just about to leave. I have to go meet Big Joe. Stuff in the forest needs doing. Worry about the Lord's Warden. Let's see, why are we not doing anything wrong? We're just carrying logs. We do that. We do the logs here as strongest. But usually. God damn it. I thought I was going up. She is here. She's outside somewhere. Paul? Good morning, Magdalene. How's the mural coming along? Well, I think I'm off to start the first part of the mural today. I'll paint the founding of Tassie and the Romans. But you don't want for any... But you won't want for any models. Tassie is littered with Roman ruins. It's almost a nuisance. What sort of mural are you creating, Magdalene? I believe Klaus is planning on a fresco. Well, I'll start with the intonatio and then paint the fresco over it so that I have a clear consistency. Oh, I see. You have enough plaster? The rat house wall is so large I was worried it wouldn't stay wet for long. Since when did the town really know so much about art? Been an interest of mine since childhood, but my father disapproved. After my mother and I left Tassing, we stayed with her family for a few months before we heard what happened. Your father's friend, Andreas, he encouraged me to draw. While we were away, I studied in my uncle's library. I've collected books about various art styles since we returned. I can't imagine what I would have done if Dad didn't let me learn how to print and paint. Oh, it didn't stop me. I just became better and better at hiding my art. That's why Anna and I have decided that whatever Andreas and Ulrich show interest in, we will support. It may not be something that they can make a life from, but I'd rather nurture that interest. Well, anyway, I'm glad the mural is going well. Forgive my sudden questioning about it. I've been so busy preparing for the council's next meeting, I haven't had as much time with Anna as usual. She says I get a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. Is the council working on something new? We're considering yearly maintenance checks on every house in Tassing. The idea has had quite a bit more pushback than we had anticipated. New ideas always face some kind of opposition. I don't think you should let that stop you. Thank you, Magdalene. I understand the hesitation. Folk like to look after their own homes, their own land. But this would help protect those in passing who don't have the skill to fix things themselves. Widows like Agnes or Brett. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before anything is actually done. I had better get back to work. Thank you for letting me interrupt your day, Magdalene. God bless you. Until later, Paul. Yeah, good dog. Gotta pet the dogs. Maybe go up to the abbey then before we go into the forest. They're looking for that little girl too. I think she's ran into the forest. Martha. Hello, Magda. You wouldn't happen to be going to the convent? Why do you ask? You think you should join the poor Clares? Maybe. Why on earth would you want to do that? Be honest, what do I have to look forward to? Dad's injury and me unwed at 25, older than all the boys in town. They don't see me as a sister, they see me as a mom. When Dad dies, not anytime soon, God willing, I won't be able to claim the farm. I will lose my home. With Anton gone, there are nobody to take it over. I understand times are tough, but are you sure this would really make you happy? It would bring me close to the Lord. Shouldn't we all want that? Why not withdraw from the trials of the world? You know as well as I, it's not safe out there. Abbey's walls even protected during the revolt. Sooner or later, the world comes knocking with swords. I don't like to think about things like that. I have enough worries to keep me sleeping as it is. But joining the report clears is a lifelong commitment. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't think you should join the order. You can't just throw your life away over one bad day. Oh my god, we have so little chance there, but I wouldn't be throwing my life away, Magdalene. Paul wrote that there is no greater reward than living for Christ. I want to live a life with meaning, and I have always admired the sister's dedication. Besides, if I join the order, Dad won't have to worry about what happens to me. I'll pray about it, but I think it's time I talk to Mother Francisca and the others. I will gather my courage, what little of it I have. If you think that's best, just be sensible, Martha. I will. Until later, be well. Gertrude, God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Sister Gertrude. Are you doing all right? Father Thomas told us about your father's attack. You were incredibly courageous to run to Dr. Stoll so quickly, especially when the attack you could have been about. It's thanks to you, really. Without reading Hildegard's Physia, I wouldn't have realized he was so badly hurt. Well, I'm glad she came in useful, although I wish it were not in such dire circumstances. I lit an extra votive candle in Saint Satya's shrine for each of you this morning. Thank you, Sister Gertrude. That spirits have been up, but I know he doesn't have much time. Have faith, child. The Lord cares for Claus, just as he cared for his son. I'll see if I have any psyllium left in the comments. If you blend it with broth or warm wine, it will heat his brain and prevent infection. Thank you, sister. I'm grateful for all the help everyone in Telsing has provided. The church is a body of Christ, Magdalene. We are all one community. We want to help Claus before his time. God will turn this for good, no matter what things looks like now. He sees beyond time itself, but we are constricted by the present. I've been around long enough to see fruits even when I thought the devil had burned in the fields. Keep faith, Magdalene. Thank you, sister. Your words warm my heart. God bless you, sister. God bless you, Magdalene. You have your pet cats, so we're not going to do that again. Is there anything more? Oh. Margaret. Hello, Margaret. It's Magdalene. Oh, Magdalene. God bless you. You don't normally come to the comment alone. What brings you here? Not that you're not welcome, of course. It's always wonderful to have visitors. I had some spare time and thought I would say hello. Oh, well. Hello. Haha. It is good to hear your voice, though. I enjoy it when outsiders visit the comment. Do you miss the outside world much, sister? Yeah, sometimes. I miss the other Benedictine sisters especially. You will never admit it, but Sister Lisbeth had the most wonderful voice. I always stood next to her if I could. Why stay then? Why don't you leave when the Benedictines... Why didn't you leave when the Benedictines left the kids out? Truth be told, I was too frightened to leave. Kersa is my home. I didn't like the idea of becoming accustomed to a new place. Learning the convent's ins and outs was hard enough. Never went outside the comment much anyway. I know where everything is here, even if it's changed over the years. This is Gertrude had already planned to stay too. The garden always needs tending, and 2 hands make light work. Besides, I can't leave Mousefinger behind. Can't imagine how drafty and lonely the comment must have been after everyone else left. Has the comment changed very much since the 4 clears arrived? Yes, the food is simpler and some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening is the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorium, but I have enjoyed learning the sisters' new customs. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my own chores. Of course, sister, apologies for interrupting. Not at all, Magdalene. God bless you. So there's a totally new order here now. Huh. Mugwort. Yeah, okay, let's see what Francisca has to say then. God bless you, Magdalene. I had been hoping to speak with you. Do you perhaps have a moment? Of course, Mother. How can I help? I'd heard that you had taken up the mural in the rat house after your father's terrible attack. Yes, I'm excited to paint the town's history. Your enthusiasm and insistence is most troubling to some people in town. I know the council has an affairs, but they all... Oh, some people? Yes, Magdalene, myself included. I understand how you must have struggled with your mother passing while you were so young. Without a maternal figure to guide you, it is no wonder your spirit has wandered and wavered from its nature. Oh, psh. Not one of these. My spirit's fine, thanks. The pursuit of such trades is not for women but men. As Paul writes, God calls women to work at home, not in trades. While supporting your father is laudable, taking on his work is imprudent. There are plenty of young men in tasking worthy of you, or perhaps you have a different calling. I would like to offer you a place here among the sisters. Wait, who's saying I'm troubling, and how did you hear that anyway? Aren't you all stuck up here? Magdalene, your insistence to paint the mural has been the talk of the town. Even the sisters hear something of what affects the tasking. But if you must know, Father Thomas suggested that joining the comment may be good for you. So I agree with him. Father Thomas, I'm gonna have to have a talk with him about this. I pray he can offer the guidance you are looking for, Magdalene. God bless you. Well, that Father Thomas is gonna hear something, all right. Gonna make him into a eunuch. And he's gonna sing like a choir boy when we're done with him. We could check on the inn. Looking for we go to Magdalene. You didn't want to talk. Get in? Nope. Hi. Oh, Hannah, the slut. Hello, Magdalene. How is your father? He's hanging on, but Dr. Stolz is concerned that he's not improving. Good. You must make sure that he eats hearty meals. I know the season makes it difficult, but he needs the needs the best of what you have in stores if he is to heal. I'll send Nick over with a few of our good apples later. I'm sure Claus could appreciate the visit. I'm very grateful to you both. Well, it's mutual. Your father has done much for me and Nick over these past few years. He even counseled us in our... never you mind. I need any good word of my dad I can get, Hannah. Please share. You're right, of course. Nick and I have had some challenges in the past. We neglected our marriage, that our fears turn toward resentment. The revolt, the pressure made it worse. We were both so afraid of losing the land house. I don't know what inspired it, but Nick would turn to your father for advice. I suppose he needed someone to talk to. He couldn't talk to you? God knows he tried, but I could not hear him then. My worries had stopped up my ear, and my sins made my heart cold in chain. But your dad's a learned man. Books, yes, but in matters of family too. You're proof of that. A respectable young woman like you, raised all alone. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought up your mother. I know it still hurts Claus. I wish I had the chance to know her. All I have of her is what others have told me. She lives in you. I see it your stature in your mind. She is still here with us. You have grown into quite a woman, Magdalene. I hope you find a happy marriage with a man worthy of the woman your father raised. I suppose we will see. As God wills it. But that's enough talk from me. There's work to be done. The inn doesn't run itself. Until later, Magdalene. Until later. Okay, time for the forest, and then we have Smokey to talk to there, and probably find the kids too. You can't hide from me, little bean. You're too good, Mag. I will go find Mom now. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you, Father Thomas. I think I know where your missing key went. Oh, you found it? Praise the Lord. Thank you, Magdalene. You do have it, don't you? This Emily said she heard the twins in the church last night. Those fickle little rat bags. No matter how many times I've warned of the suffering they could endure if they do not cease this nonsense. They continue in the impetuous ways. I swear the devil's in those children, naming them after pagan gods, and no wonder. Shall have another talk with their parents, I think. Piety shines all the way more brightly in comparison to their iniquity. Don't punish them too harshly, Father. The Lord will see to that, not I. God bless you, my man. Snitch. It's nice to see some green this time of year. Warhound is one of the few plants that grows year-round here. What I mean. Hello, is there something I can do for you? Knives need sharpening? I'm Magdalena Dracarin. Are you a friend of Smokers? I would like to think so. I'm a Vaslav. I'm a tinker. Travel around and help people out with sharpening knives, little things like that. Dracarin, are you a printer's daughter? I am. My father is a printer. Do you sample the wares much? Yes, I read books. Oxlove, don't. You're going to get in trouble again. What are you talking about? Nothing, ignore him. Nothing? This one can't help but talk to people about all the strange things he believes. He reads all sorts of books, talks to odd folks, gets the ideas brewing in his head. No, that doesn't bother old Smokey none. Bothers some other people a whole lot. Sounds like their problem, not his. Exactly. Sounds like there's nothing to worry about. Fine, you get to run out of here again. Don't blame me. So, books, strange ideas? Yes, the host, the Eucharist, the bread and wine, body and blood of Christ. Holy Communion, what about it? More and more people are writing about rejecting things substantiation. The idea that the bread and wine of the Eucharist literally becomes the body and blood of Christ. There we go. Yes. Well, there are two ways to look at it. The first one is the grounds that Wycliffe and Huss rejected it. Using our eyes, our senses, there is nothing perceptible that changes in the character of the bread and the wine. Must our senses necessarily encompass all of God's miracles for them to be real? No, not at all, but for what reason would he place them outside of the compass of our understanding? As an act of faith, blessed are those who believe but have not seen. So if that is the case, of what importance is the material composition of the host? Even if the bread and wine turn to Christ's body and blood, why is that necessary for spiritual communion? We are bound by flesh, attempting to reunite with the light of God through the Eucharist. The act of observance unites our will with that of Christ. He is present in us through the remembrance, not the physical act. So what does that matter? Are you saying we shouldn't take communion? No, there's nothing wrong with taking communion as a rite or act. But if you accept what I'm saying, there are other things I'd like to discuss. I'm not listening to any of this. Are you ready to hear why it's important to disbelieve in transubstantiation? Sure, why not? Well, admit I hope for some more enthusiasm regarding the fate of our souls, but alright. This all starts with Lucifer creating the world. Okay. Excuse me? God was the Word, and the Word was truth. Truth is light. The light is God's will. God's light contained aspects, what we consider angels, facets of His infinite intellect. One of these aspects separated itself from His intellect and manifested in the darkness as the corrupt will, Lucifer. By what power could a portion... What the heck is this mid-sentence? By what power could a portion God's will separate from the whole? The will move itself. God's intellect being infinite also contained the capacity to transcend the infinite. To exist outside of the boundaries of infinite light, the corrupt will brought into their being an equally infinite darkness. But in that darkness, Lucifer cast his false light, a corrupted imitation of the divine intellect, to create the world. All material in our world is inherently a corrupted manifestation of that false light. We still have a connection to God through our intellect, but it is flawed by existing in our physical bodies. Was Jesus flawed by being a man even though he was born of a virgin? He was not born of a virgin. I'm not hearing any of this. Oh boy. Okay. And it would not matter if he were. Lucifer was a rebellious splinter of God's will. The Christ appeared when God willed his divine intellect into Jesus. But you said the physical bodies were all corrupt. Yes, but while we are the heirs of Lucifer's rebellious intellect, Christ received wisdom from the light of God himself. He did truly die and was truly resurrected in body. But his reappearance was only important for him to convey the message of salvation to the people. In truth, resurrection is always happening, since if we die without grace, our souls are condemned to be reborn. This physical world is the only hell we know, living again and again, the only torment. So how do we escape it? Regular prayer, abstination from material desires, sublimation, and elimination of want. That just sounds like being a monk. Oh no, priests and monks both are corrupt agents of the business of the church. They have been taken the simplicity of holy devotion and profaned it with the paganry. The saints too, all this talk of Moritz and Sasha and miracles, they're just stories. The church has led people astray, put the hope of people in nuances, rituals, faith in relics. Yeah, some interesting ideas, Maxwell. I'm glad you think so. I spent a lifetime thinking about them. Anyway, thank you for indulging me, Megan. It was illuminating. Until later. Look at that. So, Backslap thinks it's the Lucifer who created the world and not Christ. And goes against the Bible pretty hard then. Considering we have the monks and all that up there. Prices in the green this summer year. What about that one? Good day, Mr. Druckman. I told you, Smoke. Call me Magdalene. Old habits, I suppose. What brings you to my corner of the woods? More gossip? Only ancient gossip. Was wondering if you knew anything about the old pagan and Roman mines. Mines? Is this a new interest of yours, Magdalene? I don't see the townsfolk trek out there as much anymore. Last I saw were those two twins making trouble. I know a way in, but I'll be damned if I ever set foot close to that place. What are you so interested in over there? Mural in Rat House needs a section about the earliest days of Tassie. Mines are the oldest part of Tassie, and you keep a keen ear. Thought you might have heard something. I don't know about getting down into the mines, but I do know of a few stories about them and the other Roman buildings around here. The old stories my father used to tell me when he was the burner of Tassie. The one about Mars and Tassia, the nymph, was always my favorite, though I blamed that one on my youth. Tassia, like Tassie? Folk named the town after a pagan god, a Roman one at that. I don't mind telling you the tale, Magdalene, but I warn you, it's a bit odding. Okay, more coffee needed. Be right back. Barely got that one in, huh? Okay, so let's see. Oh, count me curious. Ah! I won't be scandalizing you. Can't have your father hounding me for any coarseness. But I will tell you the decent bits of what I remember. Everyone excuse me from the fun. You'll have your fun in time, Magdalene. You just wait and see. Alright. So what's the story? Well, legend says that Mars was hunting in these woods and inspired a fat boar for the taking. He had just pulled back his spear when he heard a woman scream in terror. Of course, the creature ran off and the god was angry at the loss of his quarry. So he tramped through the woods to see why a woman was in the forest and not in the local town. Would the god be hunting in Tassin's forest? How should I know? Maybe he just wanted a brisk walk. Besides, why should anything the gods do make sense? These were the old days when spirits and ghosts prowled. More facts, Smokey, not folk tales. Every tale has a seed of truth in it, Magdalene. How else does it become a story? If you're looking for facts, go find that doctor or the inventor. I'm not a learned man, but I know some things. Stories are one of them. Alright, keep going. Mars found a nymph, Cassia, bathing in a spring with a fat, ugly satyr goading her from the shore. Enraged at seeing the trapped nymph, Mars transformed into a wolf and slew the satyr. And in return, well, yeah. Cassia baited the god. I get it, they baited me. Yeah, I did warn you, Magdalene. They baited alright. When Mars left the pool, he dripped onto the ground and it blossomed with flowers and crops. They say that's why his valley is so fertile. We've been growing crops here for generations. People want the reason for that, even if it was the gods. Whatever the reason, Tassin's been blessed with fertile grounds for hundreds of years. So much of what the Romans left behind was destroyed over the years, but I like that we still have these tales. We can never really destroy stories as long as there are people to tell them. Of course, the Romans left a hell of a lot behind too. The town is more Roman than Bavarian, really. Alright, the town was named after Tassia the nymph. That and how much of the town is built upon the Roman foundations. Tassin is actually much smaller now than it was in the Romans' day. At least that's what I make of it. The ruins go deep into the forest and all the way into the old mines. Half of Tassin is built on Roman stone. Take a walk around town and you start noticing things. We used their stone to build. The old temple by Saty's shrine has grown over, but the aqueduct runs for miles. Even the abbey used to be an old Roman fort. You can see some of the Roman paved stones under the road if you look hard. It may not be Roman, but this town is. Tassin has been building upon itself for hundreds of years with a beautiful idea. I never realized how much we relied on the Romans for our infrastructure. Most of the people around here don't. The townsfolk are too busy to notice what's right in front of their eyes. Maybe I should go take a look at the mine and I will get a better sense of what things were actually like. Haha, nothing will stop you, I see. Well, I won't either. Let's keep an eye for any wolves or satyrs you might see down there. Eh? You're still not going to spook me, Smokey. Worth a try, though. Good luck, Magdalene. Be safe. Smokey is funny. It's nice to see some green with some, more whorehound. Can't believe how quickly the leaves change this year. Polo. Hey, Magdalene. Hey, Apollo, what are you doing? Looking for frogs. Artemis says she saw one the other day. We're trying to collect a bunch. Frogs don't come out this time of year. How do you know? Artemis said she saw one. They don't. Hildegard says they are cold and wet creatures. They won't be out this in autumn. Huh, maybe that's why I only have one. What do you need the frogs for? Like I will tell you. You will snitch. I didn't snitch when you ruined Balta's new clock by pouring honey in the gears. Hey, how did you know that was us? I'm clever too, you know. Besides, who else would it be? Come on, tell me. Sorry, Magdalene, I can't risk this one. Try asking Artemis. This is Tortilla's shrine. Okay, we have Artemis. Hey, Magdalene. Hey, Artemis. Apollo said you're catching frogs. Yeah, what about it? He told me to come and ask you why. He wouldn't say anything. He didn't tell you. Christ, finally, he's learned to keep his mouth shut. Oh, come on, just tell me. No way, this is our biggest trick yet. We're not risking it to tell you. You just have to wait and see. Oh, where am I? Can't believe you would ruin our plan and tell Father Thomas, Magna. It was going to be hilarious, but you ruined it. The frogs in the Eucharist isn't funny. It risks the town's salvation. Oh, come on, Magna. You don't really believe that, do you? Whatever. That's the last time we helped you. Well, she didn't say anything, so I don't understand how she... Okay. We didn't learn that information from Artemis, so I don't understand how... okay. That connection didn't make any sense, really. A pig? Not here? He must have broke out of his pen. I wonder who it belongs to. Can we get that waterfall into... Nope, because the pig is in the way, so I don't know. The waterfall is always so beautiful. Yeah, that's why I tried to before, to trick him to telling us, but he wouldn't. Then he said, go and talk to Artemis to tell you, but she didn't tell us. All of a sudden, it's like we knew exactly what's going to happen. It's like, okay. Yeah, that part there was like, there's a connection missing there. Yeah, but we didn't get that, We told Artemis that, yeah, Yeah, exactly. But we didn't get that option though. Yeah, so there was a little bit of a game logic error there, or maybe there was something that's supposed to trigger their choice, but it didn't. We should gather some mugwort to help break Dad's fever. It may not be as powerful as when we gather it on St. John's Eve, but it should still work. If I want to depict the mural as accurately as possible, I have to go down the shaft myself. The entrance is so steep, no one's used it in years. There must be some way to get down there. If I rig a rope to the top beams, I will be able to get down more easily. I saw some rope in the workshop at home. I should be able to find everything I need there. I have to come back later. Okay, so going back home. Should be enough rope with a sturdy knot. I can brace myself against the mine shaft on the way down. Yeah, but we're gonna go and talk to Balthazar. And talk to him. Had nothing to say. But laying low, I was just holding down if you need ideas. Oh. You need something? Yes, if you have a moment. I need to get into the old salt mine. I don't have a way down. Can you help me? To get into the salt mine, yes. You must be on quite an adventure. There we could rig up a double pulley system to lower and raise yourself in the shaft. That might take a while. But I would like to go in today if possible. Of course, of course. Would a good length of rope suffice? You could brace against the wall of the mine shaft. Are you strong enough to support your own weight? Against the wall? I think so. Excellent. Thank you, Balthas. Of course, here you go. Do be careful though. Make sure the ropes are secure. I will. Until later. Good luck, my man. The thing is, I don't think I want to ask Apollo about help though. Hey, Murphys. Only contributed 6,000 points. It's blacker. You know Murphy's just gonna pick Gothic anyway. Screw out, Magdalene. Hey, Murphys. Go away. Yeah, you can only give 2,000 each day. Nah. Yeah, right. It will be Gothic. I like Gothic though, so I don't mind. Or we can play that, or maybe, oh no, well, it's free to get, I mean. Where's that, the big patch for Gothic 2, right? That Polish one? Can't remember what the name of it is. I had my rope to climb down, but this could take a while. Should I head in? Yeah. Climb down. We're going in. Oh yeah, that's the annoying one. Yeah, I can't remember his name. That was an annoying one. He follows everywhere, but we got him killed though. Yeah, he don't have English audio, unfortunately. That's the problem. It only has Polish audio. Sadly. Why don't you make it English then, Murphys? You can make all the voices. Arcolos. Yeah, the mod seems to be really good though. The Chronicles of Murtana. Yeah, the mod seems to be really good. There are lots of different coins down here. How odd. It's not like this is Saints Well. Oh, a tablet. There's still writing on it. Oh, it's a poem. I think it's a love note. I would have chucked this shit down the mine shaft too. Poor Jay. I hope her lover was better at things other than poetry. Oh, this looks like a larger version of some of Balta's contraptions. This winch must have been attached to some sort of hauling and pulley system. Fascinating. Now that I'm down here, I should see what I can find from Roman era. Yeah, because I have one streamer who streams that mod that I tend to watch sometimes. He plays it every Saturday. But he has been skipping it lately because he's been playing other things. Oh, bones, they're far too big to be human. Oh, horns looks like a mule to me. Maybe it hauled that winch. Poor creature dying down here. Oh, a piece of pottery. It's beautiful. Oh, another shard. What the heck? Oh, this must be some the same kind of figurines Till and the other farmers find in the fields. I think there are so many remnants of our ancestors scattered in the fields and caves like this. Hey, this piece looks like it matches the other piece I found. Yet another pottery piece. Yeah, but that's the problem with Gothic, though. You can make some really powerful characters, though. If you know the game in and out, you know. Here's another piece. It's like with any game. Oh, another piece. I mean, they play the same game for, you know, thousands of hours, so. There's a Latin inscription here. Casa, give me water, or Pluto, preserve me. This salt is drying me to death. Yeah, but for me, you know, it's the first time you play a game like that. That's the best experience, because you don't know anything. Everything is new. You get to experience everything, you know, fresh. That's where mods comes in and can change your experience. So if you play it again, mods can do it, like, you know, change it to almost like a new experience. That's what's the best thing about mods are. Yeah, it doesn't sound like working down here was pleasant. Another piece. I wonder if they're all the same parts. Oh, that looks like a Roman map of Tassing. I wonder what's changed. Let's see if I can map everything out. There's the aqueduct, the spring, the abbey was an old fort up on the hill, and there's the rest of the town. And there's the path through the meadow and into the forest. Yeah, it looks pretty much the same. Just a mill, isn't there? Wait, what's this building? I don't recognize it. Yeah, the one through which building? What is she talking about? That's so odd. I guess she means the building to the left of the fortress. Yeah, I guess so. All strength build, huh? Another inscription. It's not very formal. A worker must have carved it. Lay to soul ascended in the Mithraeum. A soul will descend in this damned hole of salt. Christ, that's right. This almost looks like an altar, but what would an altar be doing in a salt mine? It's even carved out of the salt. Oh, come on, I want... Oh. A shard. More Latin writing. If we cannot enter the Mithraeum, we will make our own altar to the gods. Sounds like the Mithraeum was some kind of temple. Never heard of the word before. Maybe that's the building I didn't recognize. I should see if I can learn more about it. Yeah, I'm missing the... I wish there would be more action RPGs being made, but They are so rare. These pottery scattered everywhere. I have a lot of these pottery pieces. I should find out if they're all from the same pot. I mean, that's what I would love to, you know, there will be more games like, you know, Gothic and Risen. Like, you know, Morrowind and all that stuff, but... Like what? Seems to be like 2 things here now. What the? One doesn't seem to fit there though. Supposed to be in here somewhere. There for now. I just don't think that one is supposed to be there. Maybe it fits down here. I think it must be on this side. I'm gonna be there. Small piece. This one fits in here. Yep. But that one got picked up for. What's here? This one. Got it. So somebody died. Are they making sacrifices or something? Got it. Figures on this partly look like they are telling a story. Painting must depict an early myth, even before the Romans. Let's see, this must be Perchta, and those must be the forest spirits part of the wild hunt. Oh god, the next part looks like a human sacrifice. Someone, maybe a chieftain, is sacrificing a man to Perchta. Bottom half of the lid continues the story. These look like spirits. They must be coming in to feast on the sacrifice. That must be how our ancestors tried to keep Tassin safe. They offered sacrifices to Perchta. Think that our ancestors made this and I'm holding it now. Maybe this is what I could paint in the mural. I have to think more about it before I decide for certain. Alright, I better keep going before I run out of volume on that. Oh, a cave-in. The wood here looks like looks newer than the first part of the mine. This collapse recent? I won't be able to go any further with all that rubble. I suppose this is as far as I can go. Still, the murals on the wall showed me that Tassin was what Tassin was like when the Romans were here. I wonder if I can find out where the Mithraeum was or what it is. Putting the pottery shard back together showed one of the earliest stories of Tassin. I think I've seen everything I can down here, and my oil is running out. Time to climb back out. Somebody probably cut the rope off. Like Apollo in a... Wait, who's that? Hello, is someone there? Better get out of this shaft before another rock comes crashing down on me. I thought I would have loosened the rope. Somebody tried pretty much to kill her. Who was that? Even Apollo and Artemis would have helped me out of here. But now that I have more information, I can make some decision on the first section of the mural. To get back to the rat house and get to work. The question is... Yep, let's go to the rat house. You! Yes? I'm Hauler Brandt, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? The apprentice daughter Magdalene Brickering. Didn't ask for your name, I asked why you were grazing pigs here. Answer me. Oh. Do I look like a race pigs? Do I look like a little girl who's going to be in a lot of trouble if she doesn't answer my question? It's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and the tinker, you're the only other person I've seen. If the pig doesn't belong to you, what are you doing here? I was in the salt mine? Doing what? Wait, I don't care. Just tell me whose pig this is. I don't know. The pig was in the woods when I came in here. Ah, mysterious lost pig. Who apparently belongs to no one. Didn't say anything. Oh! If I find any more pigs in these woods, I will kill them on the spot. And those who brought them here. You understand? Yes. Good. Remind your neighbors what happens when you break the Lord's laws. I knew the Lord's men patrol these woods, but I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so strict. Suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of these woods and back to work at the rat house. Okay. Do, 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 do. So, hey Max, how's the mural coming along? Sigh heavily. What? Oh, right. Magdalene, sorry. Anyway, Magdalene, how's the mural going? Doesn't look like much yet. No work of art appears significant at the start. You think Michelangelo was born a great sculptor? I suppose not. So, Magdalene Giello, what are you doing? I only just finished priming the wall. Now I have to decide what to depict. It's hard to piece together the history of Tassie when it happened so long ago. Since the Abbey Library burned, I can only rely on stories from people around Tassie. Even what I could find out about the Romans and pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. At least now I know what to paint for the first part of the mural. So, what is it? Oh. Hmm. I don't think I'm gonna use the one about the sacrifices. I'm not gonna use Smokey's story because that one is a little bit. So it's either Il Peter or the first one. I mean, if I'm gonna go with, if I'm gonna be pleasing everybody, I think it's probably the first one that's gonna be the best ones to do. But if you're gonna go with how some pagan history, then I probably should go with Il Peter's one story. This one is a little bit of an interesting one, what will happen. I mean, because it was a pagan one before the Romans. Go with I think that one is not a good thing to do. That one I can't do either because they did go for a little bit. Was a bit of a, too much of a sexual one. Yeah, we go with Il Peter. Oh, really? Is that how we all got here? Kind of sounds like some story I heard about the saints. Don't think I've heard it, sorry. Ah. So what made you choose this story anyway? I like that it's about the founding of Tassing. Everyone knows the spring in the woods. I guess that's true. We all know that it's old and it's always been here. It just tells a story about how we found it. Thanks for explaining it. Of course, I want you all to understand why I'm making these choices. But now that I've figured this portion out and Mural out, I better start thinking about the next section. I'll leave you to it, Max. Oh, Magdalene. Good night, Eds. Good night, Magdalene. Is it night time? No, now that I've decided how to depict Tassing's earliest history, I should depict how to paint Kirsia's history. Mother Illuminatas letter mentioned that Matteo Passigny Saux used to be a brother in Kirsia. He said he knew a great deal about the abbey's history. I should write to him and ask him what he remembers. Oh, and I have Esther's letter to answer too. I should write them both now, before bed. Oh, before I write, I should read that old book Brigitte gave me. I will learn something pertinent for the murals. Okay, where is that book then? Hello, Magdalene. Okay. I'm so curious of why he said it like twice. Where is this book then we're supposed to be reading? Maybe we have to write first then. About all the people. All the different places. Alright, where to begin? Right, the old book. It was the barons before Martin stole it. When the Romans, having conquered the town, built up the walls around it, they established many temples there. This is harder to read than I thought. The book isn't in great shape either, since it's been sitting in a farmer's house for so long. Let's see. Oh, there's a section about the various dedications erected in a town. That might be easy to read. Raise a vision in a field so that Mars may behold our work. Diana sat in a place with water oozing up from herself. What does that mean? Let us pray so that he or she may defend the town. None of this really makes any sense. Maybe someone with better Latin than me could help me read it. The book is so big though. It would be a lot of work. Could ask Sister Gertrude or Baltas for help. Bernard too. He's much better at Latin than anyone else in town. Maybe even Father Thomas, even though Dad warned me not to bother him with his particular books. Chances are slim they could help, but it might be worth asking about. I should finish writing my letters first. Mother Illuminata told me that Matteo knew some of the Abbey's early history. He's the Archdeacon of Sion now. I should write to him before the snows come. Write to Esther too. Most revered Matthias things, Archdeacon of Sion. My name is Magdalene Drickerin. I'm the daughter of Tassing's town printer Klaus. My father and I are creating a mural for Tassing Red House, and we want to show the history of the town and the abbey. Mother Illuminata told me that you might be the best person to ask about Kirce's early history. I understand you're a busy man, but we would be most appreciative of any information you can give us. If you know of any other places where we might learn about the Abbey's history, we would appreciate it. Now it may be a small comfort, but there are many in Tassing who regret what happened during the revolt. Sister Gertrude is still here with the poor Clarice, and she speaks fondly of the old abbey. Thank you for your help, Magdalene. Esther, Esther, please forgive me for not writing sooner. So much has happened since I last wrote. Even as my last letter wasn't brought to you, Dad was attacked in the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, thank God, but his injuries are terrible. I worry about him. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days his eyes become foggy and his memory fails him. Dr. Stoll said he's not going to recover, but it's only a matter of time before he succumbs to the injury. Don't want to believe it, but it's hard to argue with Dad's condition. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father, or why. I found a note by him too. All it said was, "Stop." It wasn't from the shop because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I have ever seen. No one in Tassing has such skill in script as far as I know. And anyway, I don't have the time to wonder about it. I've had my hands full running the workshop alone while tending to Dad. What's more, the town council intended to cancel the mural entirely. I had a hell of a time convincing them to let me paint it instead. They made a fuss about me being too young, not experienced enough, not strong enough to be on a scaffold. You know how it is. I suppose I shouldn't have expected any better of them. Working on the mural has been a welcome distraction from the naysayers and my chores. Worrying about Dad. Bets has been coming over under the pretense of helping me prepare my paints too. He's sweet and I'm glad for the company. He makes the days easier. I would like to have the whole mural finished by Christmas if I can. I just want to finish it in time for Dad to see it. It will mean so much to him. If Dr. Stoltz is right, I don't know how long I will have. I hope you're faring better than we are here. All my love, Magda. Okay, so we should. What time is it? It was. I don't know if we can go up there. If it's late, I'll go to sleep. Oh, yeah. Well, let's check. I'm gonna have to go to sleep first. I think anybody's gonna be. Gertrude is gonna be around. I'm curious though. You still can't go down. No, the ruins. Hey, Russ. Hello. Good day, Master Miller. You can call me Magdalene, Andreas. Magdalene. Magda works too. Magda. There you go. What are you up to today? Drawing? Anything interesting? No, secrets. Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Hey, dog, you already been petted, okay? Balthazar seems to be up at all kind of weird hours, so let's see. I guess not. Ciao! Okay, yes, gonna have to go to bed then. Let's go to sleep. Oops. The wrong house. Later, she gets some rest soon. Go to sleep. Oh, the day says, oh, what the heck? He's skipping ahead almost 10 days. 11, 12. Okay. Mr. Struckerin, a few more letters for you. Take care. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. And that's a different job in those old days, you know, delivering letters from town to town, just writing. First letter is from Reverend Matteo. Mrs. Druckerin, I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Kirsau. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. I'm not overly inclined to assist the people of Tassing in their endeavors to catalog the origins of the abbey they destroyed. Even so, it was a long time ago. In the interest of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Sometime after the Romans left, Christians settled in the region and built Kirsau Abbey on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a noblewoman of the Kersin family. She was both its patron and its first abbess. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Kirsau changed to being run by an abbot. I do not know the reason, but many other double monasteries did likewise around the same time. It may have been done out of fear of being shut down, as double monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Do neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch? Cicaris Historia Kirsis does burn the history of Kirsau. Even so, I have heard that Sisters of the Poor Clares have formed a new chapter at the abbey. I can only hope that their love of apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of Saint Moritz. Assuming they have not consigned the contents of Kirsau's former occupants to a bonfire, you may find something there. It is hard to be overjoyed at the news of your neighbor's late regrets. Many of the injuries inflicted 18 years ago will never heal. Regret cannot undo what has been done, but we can all find redemption through Christ. We must pray for love and reconciliation in the days ahead. In the end, that is all that matters. Winter comes swiftly. Huguenots and Lutherans plague my homeland. Thank the Lord you still live in a land ruled by the one true church. I hope this has been of some help to you and yours. May God keep and protect you. Most Reverend Matteo Faust Sakini, Archdeacon of Sion. And he was a douchebag before. Another reply from Esther. Oh, Magdalene! I'm terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you need only send word. I know we are further away than it's easy to travel, but I will see what we can do what Hashem allows. Father says that he remembers no one who would want to harm your father. Yet, the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. Perhaps there is all blood over depicting the night of the revolt. That is all he could suggest. We pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make all things right in time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I'm encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. The guilds here will protect your right to complete the job, especially once a contract has been reached. You give the men of council too much grace. Or should you be forced to settle for their old ways of thinking? We live in a new age. An age where art and science have come together. An age when all may read the works of the great sages in their own language. Truly, when your father recovers, I urge you to come visit me in Prague. But I'm glad you have found some joy in your work in the mural. We're all well here. Alicia has been carving a new set of wood cuttings, and father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Simon. His family didn't move far away after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. His parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now. But I hope that I will be sending good news in my next letter. With Hashem's help. Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well, Esther. That's all there is. A half an hour. Should head home and check on Dad. Okay. Good morning, Magdalena. I'm here, right on time. I hope you're well. Well enough. How's my dad? That is what we're here about to discuss. How are you feeling, Claus? His fever broke at dawn this morning. That's good news, right? All things in time. I still feel weak. The dizziness has not receded. My head continues to spin whenever I try to sit or stand up for too long. Occasionally I'm struck with sudden and severe headaches. The damage runs deeper than I first thought. Let me be honest here with both of you. I'm worried. The circumstances are not unfolding to our benefit. Claus, your health is not mending. Perhaps it is due to your age. Perhaps. We have passed numerous critical days with no change for the better. Meanwhile, the winter draws closer, and I am running low on medical supplies. With the roads into town likely snowed in, especially the pass, supply shipments will not arrive for months. Have you asked Gertrude for help? I have. Surely things really must be dire. They are not insignificant. It has been a difficult year, even with the patrols in Bavaria. Many merchants have been struck by bandits. French troops have periodically raided the western holdings of our empire. With the fall of Esztergom and Sekensfehérvár to the Ottoman Turks, many trade routes from the east have been cut. The pillage of Nice by Barbarossa's corsairs and our losses in Italy have also put us into a predicament in the south. As always, we suffer from the wars of others. The Empire struggles, but can't you gather supplies around here? I'll do what I can, but our options are limited. I wish I already had a copy of Vesalius de Humani Corporis Fabrica. In the meantime, Claus, Magdalene, pray to God. Bob. I must take my leave. I will come by again next week. Thank you, Dr. Stoltz. Thank you as well. I'm only doing what I'm meant to do for this town. Out of trouble, Magdalene. He worries too much. I'll be alright. Do you want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. I'm not so hungry right now. I'll be alright. The letter from the Archdeacon, yes? That's right. What did you learn from him? He seems sad about what happened during the revolt, hasn't told me. He didn't have much to say. He was still upset about the Abbey's destruction. He did say the Abbey was founded by a noblewoman after the Romans left. Everything else burned in the fire. How unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery. So much lost in one night. The Archdeacon did suggest the poor clerics might have held on to some of the records from the convent. I should be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. An excellent place to start, Magdalene. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. I should talk to him. If I recall correctly, the miller's wife has a long family history in Tassing. You may know something of local history that the others have forgotten. Elsie? I thought she moved here when she married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Not anymore. Age, illness, and marriage took the rest of her family. But the Cavalier says used to live all up and down this valley. Go talk to her, I will. Thanks, Dad. There is something remaining in the Abbey's ruins. I should definitely see what's left. Magdalene, be careful. Those ruins are dangerous. I won't go far into them, Dad. Just to take a look. Alright, wear a scarf too. It's getting cold out now. I can feel it in my bones. Don't worry, Dad. I'll see you tonight, alright? Alright, good luck.